Hello, welcome to Inside Taiwan. I'm Jenny Low. Taipei Election Commission decided to employ the two-step voting system in the upcoming legislative elections, defending its move by accusing the central government of violating the Constitution by holding the referendum along with the presidential elections. But Central Election Commission Chairman Zhang Zhenxiong said he wouldn't tolerate the two-step voting system to take place, adding that any violation would face severe consequences. KNT presidential candidate Ma Ying-jeou is currently visiting Japan and met with lawmakers and members of the Japan ROC Diet Members Consultative Council. Ma reaffirmed his vow to maintain the Taiwan Strait status quo and said that he will not negotiate with China on reunification issue if he is elected. The event, Taipei TV and Film Festival, kicked off at Taipei World Trade Center Friday morning. The event attracted hundreds of filmmakers and buyers from 30 countries, and its scale is the biggest ever. The economy is slowly picking up. It is still difficult for financially disadvantaged families to find employment. The Executive Yuan has started a new program to benefit such families, which will help people that have been jobless for 2 years or more, housewives looking to re-enter the job market, and socially challenged families to look for jobs. But it isn't easy at all, as the Kaohsiung Xiaogang Job Placement Office was unable to find a job for middle-aged women in the past 3 years. In elementary school has been tough for teachers. It used to be one single chapter in the physical education textbook, but now it is illustrated in the form of comic strips. The Department of Health is using cartoons to show both the male and female organs, with pictures demonstrating sexual intercourse. Many parents are worried that these illustrations may be too explicit, but kids don't think that it is a big deal. Intern in Kaohsiung began losing control of her limbs and exhibiting myoclonus symptoms after getting a flu shot. Her doctors believe that the flu shot triggered an immune system response, but the Center for Disease Control says that the woman's symptoms are completely unrelated to the flu shot. A review committee has yet to reach a conclusion on the matter, but before getting the shot, the nurse was in excellent health and just had received her lifeguard license. Now she can't even get out of bed. Discriminated against because of unfair segregation policies in the past. The Lepers' Rights Act has finally been ratified by the Legislative Yuan after 2 years of debate. About 1,000 lepers will receive government compensation. That act would also state that the Luoshen Sanatorium is now a historical site, but will be voted on later by the legislature. This vote worries activists who have been looking to preserve the sanatorium. Cai Zhenyuan recently helped a U.S. investor that was interested in purchasing a minority stake in Sanli Television. DPP legislators are claiming that the investor could be using funds partially from mainland China. Cai immediately rejected the claims and said that if there are Chinese funds involved, he will withdraw from the upcoming legislative race. The Military Dependent Village Reconstruction Act was passed by the legislature. In the future, county and city governments can apply for reconstruction funds from the Ministry of National Defense. It is expected that 1 to 2 Dependence Village cultural parks will be established in northern, central, southern, and eastern Taiwan, in addition to offshore islands. Next Wednesday, Chunghwa Telecom will auction off the mobile phone number 0988888888. The starting bid will be 100,000 NT dollars, and their number is expected to fetch 5 million NT dollars. Many people are willing to pay a fortune for lucky mobile numbers. Mr. Jian of Yunlin, for example, has spent 4 million NT dollars to acquire over 20 of these special numbers. Welcome back. After returning Taiwan, Yankees pitcher Wang Jianming made his first public appearance for an endorsement deal. Wang apparently seemed more at ease than he did last year. Yu Junchen is an 8-year-old music prodigy. Under the sponsorship of Steinway & Sons, Yu has performed in a number of arenas. He can play over 40 classical pieces on the piano simply by memory. Miaoli breeds chihuahuas. One of the puppies has a very special heart-shaped mark on its body. The store named him Xiao Ai, whom has become the store's treasure and is not for sale. Are generously regarded as courageous, benevolent warriors. A very unique mountain boar can be found in Hualien's Shoufeng Township. It ignores its feet and always meanders to a nearby noodle stand where you wait for a ball of mixed noodles. But since it didn't speak, how does it place an order? Let's take a look. Choose you a paper artist. His name is Hong Xinfu, who is the inventor of animal-shaped lanterns of Chinese zodiac signs. His craftsmanship and creativity gives life to paper and imagination. Thank you for joining us on Inside Taiwan today. We wish you a great holiday and see you soon.